when I leave in the store, I went to the traffic light, and I hear the police car coming, but I didn't see it. So
Mm-hmm.
the light was green on my side. So I just went out in the road, and the police car licked me. The police car
Mm-mm.
licked me on the right side. They have all the good stuff.
Damier,
Yes, I will go on, Kedron.
what's good, bro?
I'm there easy.
Yeah. Good to have you, man. COVID-19 really kind of have us a little way, don't it?
Yeah. It was week away.
Yeah, man. But we not give up. We are fighters, and we're just being really optimistic that this thing will blow off real soon.
Yes.
All
Uh,
right. We're not gonna waste any time. It's now 10 minutes after 8, so we're gonna go straight into it. I have to say thanks for making the time to come on the live tonight. And
always, man. I'm always here.
yeah, man, and shout out to everybody tuned in. All right, Damier. Who is Damier Lee?
Uh, Damier Lee is I wouldn't say quiet young youth, because I'm not young anymore, but a quiet youth from Moby. Quiet youth from Moby,
Hey, young is a state of mind, man. So if you're young, you're young in a bit. If you
Yeah.
feel like you're young, sir.
Well, me feel youngish. Me feel
All
youngish.
right,
Me feel youngish.
all right.
Uh,
So a young person from Montego Bay,
mm, yeah,
you know.
love the adventure, what I mean? Love, I'm a gearhead at heart, so I always,
Mm-hmm,
always a fool with car. Buy anything with have an engine, want try it out.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. As to Richard Hunter, big up Richie in the
Yeah, man.
comments saying the great damage.
Yeah, man. Big up my friend Richie. He's always by my side. Always supporting me, yeah, man. Bless up to my friend Richie.
Straight. Now, damage, we have a damage in drag racing, and I realize now that we have a damage in oh, that's your phone,
Well,
Damir?
huh? Yeah, this
That's your
is.
phone. You can probably put it on vibrate or silent,
Yeah, hold
so
on.
we don't really have that interruption. Please.
Uh, all right, yeah, man.
Yes.
Um,
Good. So
the
oh you got the name damage though.
um the name damage. I was the first one, to name that way when I was younger. My grandmother. I used to fall off the bicycle a lot. I used to ride around with a youth named Raman Gichi, and
Mm-hmm.
used to jump off of the bicycle a lot, you know, and hurt myself a lot. I'm very accident prone. So one day, all of my friends come to the house, and them call me to go ride, bicycle, and but they done chip up already, chip off my eyebrow and all of them things there. And my grandmother said, "But you're damaged. Where you going?" So
Mm-hmm.
everybody just hear the name from that and go downtown one day and just hear somebody say, "Damage, what going?" I'm an answer, and I just hit
It's
that,
thick.
and then yeah, you know.
Hey, fun and joke aside, you know, um, me not think accident can do anything still, Damir.
Me get a additional to my name still, 'cause my name kind of different from all the rest of damage, you know.
Eh, tell me
The
about it now.
the additional is that I only damage my right side. Right leg is broken 4 times, right arm is broken 3 times, and most of the damage is to my head is on the right side. So you know, with all the plates and the pins and stuff, you know, them just call me damaged iron side. So,
You're serious?
yeah.
Is it deliberate though? Is like when is it that you're like seeing that you're going to meet in an accident? You say, boy, you want me no want the good side mash up, you know. So I go just drop on the damage side.
No. Sorry. No.
It's just luck.
It's just unfortunate that the right side
Yeah,
is, you know, always the side getting all the blows.
yeah. And you said they call you Iron Man.
No, iron side, not Iron
Iron
Man.
side.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let us backtrack a little bit. How did you started out in racing bikes though? How did that started?
Well, I used to compete with bicycles before. I used to do bicycle tricks and stuff. You know,
Stunts?
yeah, I used to do a lot of stunts on bicycle with a close friend of mine. And
Hold on, Damier. 1 second. I still hear now a beep coming in like WhatsApp messages or something.
no, I'm not getting any messages. I'm not getting anything.
All right, sorry about that. Go ahead then.
Yeah. So, you know, just riding around on the bicycle and stuff. And I got tired of that and I tried skateboarding. We used to hang out with Maurice and Howard and them. And we tried skateboarding, you know, and fall off of the skateboard a couple times, which
Hmm.
never really my thing because it's always a hoop and stone. So go back to the bicycle and, you know, try some pedal biking at one point and, you know, we did never too love it. We did want to try something with an
Hmm.
engine. You know, most of my friends them have race cars, you know, so I couldn't afford the race car, so I try a
Hmm.
bike. Couldn't afford the
Hmm.
bike at the time, so um, a good friend of mine he moved to Mobe from Kingston. His name is Chris Young, and
Hmm.
you know I'm always going to Dover and I always going with him as a young youth. I always going with him and help him out, you know. And one
Hmm.
day him just say, "Yo, go try it." And I never tried it that day, but the next
Hmm.
time we got to Dover, I said to him, "Say I want to race this weekend," and him say, "Well, if my suit can't fit you, go ahead." And I put on his suit and everything, and I rode that day. And um, I think
About how long ago was this though?
uh, you know, I don't remember the year that was, you know, but it was
Roughly. Give me a rough
uh,
estimation.
in the 90s, or
Okay.
so, you know.
But
Um,
as so long in a race, man?
yeah, man, me I race from me 18, me 45 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
you know, I went there and the guys, all of the guys there were very nice, very nice. They, you know, meet this guy named Andre,
Hmm.
the Genier brothers, Bull, you know, Morris from Basil, son Morris, you know, all of
Hmm.
them guys, they were very cool. So when I decided to bring my own bike there, you know, they pitched in and helped me. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
A guy that, cause my friend Chris Young, he's a pilot, so the next Dover that came around, he couldn't make it. So
Yeah.
the bike was left with a guy by the name of Maurice Whittingham, and you know, instead to go over there and pick up the bike and all of that. So I went there and picked up the bike, and the bike had some issues, and you know, we sorted it out, and the guys helped me out with some of the parts that it needed because you know Chris Young was a popular guy at that time, so
Yeah.
they helped me out with a lot of parts and stuff, and you know we raced the bike until one of the one big man that I look up to came to the race meet and he was like, "Yo, it's time you have your own bike," you know, and it just buy a bike on the spot.
Yeah.
And just buy me a bike right this up on the spot. And I
It,
raced
it
that.
wasn't like no. It wasn't like no yang business though.
No man, him buy me a brand new bike. Him take off him Rolex and give it to a man, and a man give me a bike for the race. Cause the bike I had before, the
Mm-hmm.
Chris Young's bike, he had a issue, and he
Mm-hmm.
bought me my
Mm-hmm.
own bike at that race meet. He
Mm-hmm.
just bought me a bike, and
Wow.
ever since, I mean, I I've been going there. When I
Mm-hmm.
retired that bike because it was slow. It was a bit slow and thing. It was a Kawasaki Ninja. When I
Mm-hmm.
retired that bike, I bought Stefan Chin's bike. You know,
Oh, Zin.
I bought Stefan Chin's bike, and then me and Stefan, start communicating because the bike that I bought from Stefan, I,
Mm-hmm.
that was one of his favorites. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So he didn't want it
Mm-hmm.
to go to waste or anything like that. So, he kept on calling me and him just build a relationship from that. And,
Mm-hmm.
even now, him still call me and, we talk and, share views on the
Mm-hmm.
phone and stuff yeah.
Cool, 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 cool. All right. Well, is that the bike? Is that the bike you currently race now?
No, that one I still have in my storeroom. I still have that bike that Stefan gave me.
Okay.
The
Mm-hmm.
bike I currently race now, because I had moved away for a while, and I had moved to the States in 94. No,
Okay.
2004. Sorry, my bad. 2004,
Okay.
I had moved to the States, and
Mm-hmm.
I lived there for a while. Kind of stopped ride the bike, and um, I bought a 323 Mazda, and
Mm-hmm.
I used to drive that around. I had a trucking business there, but for a play
Yeah.
car, that was what I could afford. I think I spent like $800 on that car. Get that car, and I was going out with a young lady, and she had very she had very good credit. So
Yeah.
I went to the dealer one day and I bought a Mitsubishi Lancer, which is my favorite car of all.
Evolution or just a Lancer?
No, I bought a Evolution 8.
Oh, Zin.
Uh,
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So I mean, I thought that you would have bought a bike, but I see that you dabble a bit with in the car world.
yeah, I I started racing cars there, and I even before I left Jamaica, I was a pretty good driver. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All my friends and all the guys that I grew up with, they're race car
Mhm.
drivers. They race cars.
Okay.
So I'm always
Mm.
helping them out and stuff like that. And the same man that I'm talking about, he had a lot of race cars, and I'm
Mhm.
always helping him. And he turned around back then. He turned around and he sent me and a guy that lived across the street from me. His name is Dwight. He sent me and Dwight to learn trade in Kingston with this man
Mhm.
named Trevor Dunwell. We learned mechanical trade in Kingston. I went to school in Kingston also, but we learned mechanical trade. He specialized in RX-7 engines, but he
Okay.
worked on the Somerville's car when they were racing. He was their mechanic back then. We learned
Mhm.
trade with him, and when I went to the States, I had a great job with General Mills. I was working at
With
General
General
Mills.
who?
General Mills.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Uh, so by building my credit, I bought my first ever, and it had everything in there, so I didn't want to damage that car. And
Yeah.
a friend of mine had a nine that it was a bit damaged. It was a flood recovery car. So
Okay.
I bought that and I turned it into a race car.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was a drag race car, but I never went to the drag race track. That car never went to the drag race track. That car went to a place. I learned to drive that car properly, I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
do circuit with that car, so it was prepared as a circuit car, but
Okay.
it never went to a track. It
Mm-hmm.
went to a place on 285 South by the airport called Hole,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where that car made back the money that paid for it. That
Did.
car, yeah, that car went to the varsity at 6 o'clock and went to the hole at 12 o'clock. Came back home. I'll say on a Saturday night, they'll come home with at least $3,000.
What? Solan. So you never used to lose in a race, man?
Um, well, you see, because I'm racing, it's a four-wheel drive car, and I went
Mm-hmm.
there. I went there on Hoosiers. I mean, I let down the pressure to like, and in the front it was like 24 pounds, and in the back was only like 29 or a little bit less than that. And what we would
Mm-hmm.
do is we took off the spoilers, so the car looked like a regular Lancer. So we took off all the spoilers and stuff, and we raced the
Mm-hmm.
heavy Chevy guys, the guys with the big
Mm-hmm.
Chevys, and with the big 24 wheels. Them car fast still, Not that I feel so them
Mm-hmm.
car not fast, but because the car looked like a Lancer, which they call it a ricer.
Right.
Them used to laugh at it, and we used to they race at eighth of a mile, not a quarter. So
Okay.
by the time them for move, me gone long time. You know what I mean? I must make a good money. So I didn't need to go to the drag race track because
Yeah,
that
make
never
enough money there, sir.
I make enough to
Yeah,
go a
yeah.
strip club when I'm done. so, so
Well, I tell you,
uh,
that's a four-wheel drive advantage, when you talk about drag racing and Evos, Well, all the drive cars, that advantage to, come out of the hole real fast.
yeah, yeah.
So I guess you had that over them. But all right, so cool. So while you're there though, no bikes, just a car?
Well, I got caught up in children and the business that I was doing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I got caught up with that, and I had a bike, but I didn't pay it any attention. I had about two bikes.
Mm-hmm.
I think my younger brother rode them more than I did.
Okay. Okay. So pretty much you continued your bike career when you came back to Jamaica.
Well, what happened to me? Well, why? While I was there, I
Mm-hmm.
one because I used to smoke. Well, I still smoke, but I went to the store one day.
Mm-hmm.
While I was living in Georgia, I went to the store, and when I went to the store, I rode the bike.
Mm-hmm.
And when I leave in the store, I went to the traffic light, and I hear the police car coming, but I didn't see it. So
Mm-hmm.
the light was green on my side. So I just went out in the road, and the police car licked me. The police car
Mm-mm.
licked me on the right side. So I was in the hospital for a good while. Um, couldn't walk for a year, and
Mm-mm.
just one day my younger brother, the bike that I fell off of, him saying I go fix it, and he fixed it and he parked it in the front of the yard, and they just look inviting. You know what I mean? And I was in at that time I was out of the wheelchair. I was on the walker, and I just walk over to it and I say, "Help me get on the bike," and him helped me get
Mm-hmm.
on, and I rode that bike again. And from there, so I just start ride the bike over and over every day till him say, it's time to sell it. Say,
Mm-hmm.
all right, we see how much we can get for it, and we sell it and bought a newer bike, you know. But
Which is a bike you have now.
no, the bike I have now, when
Mm-hmm.
when everything had happened, and lost my job, because on my job one night I was at work, and we used to load the containers in the night, and the guy driving the forklift,
Yeah.
he never let down the boom. So in my reverse out of the container, I was standing right there. And in my reverse out, and him never let down the boom, and him just turn the steering on the boom and give me one lick in my head.
Right side again.
In the right side of my head. And a knockout. You know? So I was on sick leave for a while, and I went back to work. Them tell me, say, yo, what, no, we don't think it can work because of insurance and such and such and such. But you know, I went to the doctor and stuff, and you know, General Mills really did a good thing for me. So you know, I got compensation for that.
Okay. All right. Well, let us move forward a little bit now and talk about when you came back to Jamaica, right? What was the racing scene like? Did it take you a while to adjust after coming back and, you know, getting back in the hot seat?
Well, when I came back here and, you know, hanging out with my friend Maurice. We used to hang out and go places, and we went to Dover a couple times, and you know, I saw the guys there riding. I didn't know any of them, and I think I walked up to the guy named Christian, the one that fall off, and you know, I asked him a couple questions, and he didn't know who I am. You know, nobody know who I am and stuff.
You mean Chris Chung?
Yeah. So he didn't know who I am and stuff. He was very rude. You know, so after that Dover, I said, you know, I felt some type of way after speaking with, you know, I spoke to him, you know, and the next time I went, I said to Maurice, I said, you know, I'm not gonna bring a bike just for ride because I did feel away that time when I did, because he never really know me or nothing like that. So I did kind of feel.
All right. Stick a pin right there, Damier. Stick a pin right there. I just want to say big up to tonight's sponsors for our Instagram Live: Kenty Racing, Jamaica Race Drivers Club, Lubit Limited, WAP Performance, Squickly Wrecking and Haulage, Boosting, Horsepower in a Bottle, Zidage Performance, Massive Auto Parts, and Kaizen Wrecking. All right, back to the point you're making, Damier. Now, you said that Chris Strong was a little bit rude.
Yeah, it wasn't. I guess because he didn't know who I am. You know,
well, let me say this. Let me throw this in, right? Before you continue. As a media personnel, myself, sometimes when I go to, you know, like different pits to get a short interview, sometimes I will see, like, whether it be bikers or drivers, some of the time they're under a bit of pressure, right? I mean, I'm not taking up for anybody, you know. I'm just saying, personally, my experience is sometimes I see racers under pressure, and I kind of just say, you know what, let me just come back at another time, you know, hopefully when things kind of calm down a bit. I'm not sure if that would be the case, you know, but you are a racer, you know, sometime,
well,
you know, you're having a bad day.
I was gonna get to that part why I think it was rude, but you know, you see, with a race bike is not like a race car where the steering wheel is inside and you know most of the gadgets are inside. Everything is outside. So when you have people walk up to you or to your bike and they hold on to the brake lever, or, you know, they touch stuff, you kind of get irritated by that, because what can happen is that even me had that problem one time where, you know, somebody walk up and them play with the brake lever and them change the settings on the brake lever, and you might go out and it's not the setting. You grab the brake and it probably lower or it higher or something. It throw you off. You know what I mean? So you kind of don't want people walk up and touch the bike, and you know some people might get offended like I did. You know?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's after I walk out of the pit, I realize that he didn't know, nobody remember who I was.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So let me ask you this, Damier. So you were touching his bike?
Yes, I actually did touch it.
Okay, 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 okay. I mean, listen, I talk to a lot of racers, and based on what I see, a lot of racers are superstitious, you know. You know,
I
and
don't have that problem.
who to tell, just saying, maybe him think say I'm biggest rival, send you to come mess with him bike, so him lose.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he was having a bad day from not winning.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
You,
yeah,
know,
yeah,
you
yeah,
can never tell. You can never tell what got through. You know, people
yeah.
mind or
But
anything. But yeah, that day there
but if you
was.
look in the comments, if you look in the comments, right?
Yeah.
We see S-Works JA saying, never thought of that. It's only one reason why people want pit era with gate. Well, I guess what Matt is saying, that's the reason why people prefer when their pit is enclosed, because you don't really want everybody coming in, touching your bike, touching your car. You know, you understand what I say?
Well, like I said before, I mean, I don't mind when people come around and with me, I don't mind when people come around and talk to me. But
Yeah,
for the same reason why I think he was mad is because you touch the thing. You know what I mean? You can't touch
yeah,
people thing
yeah.
when the race done and all of that, because they're not gonna get back on it to race. But
Right.
if you know, I had that problem where somebody messed with the settings and you know what I mean, or they might have played with the throttle and if it's a carburetor bike, it might flood it up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Or
Mm-hmm.
just you just don't want them touch anything, because you want to make sure that when you go back on the track, everything is
That's the
where you
last
left
thing.
it. Right.
Right. That's the
Yeah.
last thing you want to worry about.
Right. So
Mm-hmm,
that's why
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
sometimes when you go to a pit area, you might see a yellow tape. So
True.
you probably have to stand at the door or something like that.
Right. Right. And at that point, the racer would now come to the front. If it's like a fan want, a signature, or autograph, or whatever sign. But that's a very valid point. I never really look at it that way, but you do have a point there.
Yeah.
You do have a point there. But for you said that you had a similar encounter, right? Where somebody kind of messed with your bike. Not intentionally.
No, it's just come around and fascinated by it, and
Right,
want to see
right,
what's going on, or
right,
something. Them touch something and probably play with the brake lever and the setting change. Because remember,
right.
it's on a spring lock, so might if your hand touch it and it move forward, it might just change the settings, because
Mm-hmm,
not all of them
mm-hmm,
is a wind lock settings. So
mm-hmm,
you
mm-hmm,
never know
mm-hmm,
what can happen.
mm-hmm.
You never know what can happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Um, Tell me something now, Damir. How dangerous compared to drivers, you
mm.
know, how dangerous is it for bikers? Like, I've been to races before, and I feel like two races, like one exhibition race and then the first real race, there's an accident, and for the entire day they have to just cancel all other races for bikes.
Um,
You know what I'm talking about, right?
no, not really.
All right. They like a biker or two would go down
Hmm.
and they say, listen, let's cancel bike racing for the day.
Well, um, I think that would be on the marshals and the people that put on the race. You know what I mean?
Well, definitely, what I'm
Which
asking is the level of danger. Like, would you say it is more dangerous, bikers, bike racing is more dangerous than circuit racers, car drivers?
uh, I wouldn't. My opinion, no.
Mm-hmm.
It probably look a little bit more dangerous because everything is open. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I
Mm-hmm.
hear some drivers say them kind of afraid of the open cockpit cars, which is
Right.
kind of similar to riding a bike because you can drop if the
Mm-hmm.
car turn over, you can drop out if you're not
Mm-hmm.
properly strapped in. You know, as well as your head can hit something. You know what I mean? Which is similar on the bike. When anything happens, you're falling off. You know what I mean? But you
Mm-hmm.
have gears.
Mm-hmm.
You have on if you have on the proper gears, then you know you might not damage yourself as as bad. But you know there's still you still can hurt yourself. Um,
But think about it, Damier. In the car now, we have racers have like roll cage.
yeah,
Um, yeah.
that's why I was explaining that. You know, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
only the open cockpit cars. You know, I mean, you might
Mm-hmm.
your head area might hit something or something hit you or you know, I mean, just for the open cockpit. But my opinion, I don't think about that. I don't feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I try not to think about that danger because I am a
Mm-hmm.
biker. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, Dover is a different place from
Mm-hmm.
Jamwest. You know what I mean? Dover teach you, as a biker, Dover teaches
Mm-hmm.
you a lot. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Jamwest, I just feel free. I just open up. You know,
So,
when I'm
so
at
Dover
Dover,
is a more challenging track
yes, it is.
for you. Okay.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It teaches you how to hold your lane. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like my opinion of Dover is like you ride fast on a road. We have a hillside and a cliff.
Yeah.
Any mistake, you're running at the hill or you drop off at the
Or
cliff.
are they right, right, right. So you have to
Right.
stay in your lane.
You're staying in your lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
when I rode in the US, I was like, damn, no fun no there so. Because I'm wide open, I do something where, you know what I mean, like that was very easy. It was fearless. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because any mistake, me can just straighten up and just run off into the grass or something. At Dover,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have those thoughts. For real. You know?
Same.
I don't
Same.
have those
Same.
thoughts because any run off, you run off, you don't have nowhere I go.
I know what you
So,
mean.
yeah.
All right.
But I don't think
I'm gonna
about it.
ask you a okay, cool. I'm
I
gonna
try not
ask
to
you a
think.
question where um on-site how best you think you can answer it, right?
Mm.
Now, I think when persons majority of fans who come to race, I think they enjoy seeing the cars more, right?
I wouldn't say that.
Well, I mean, based on my observation, let me tell you why I said that.
Mm.
You see, the reaction I see the crowd have towards like a thunder sport, I don't see that reaction to bikers, and that's honest. That's to be honest, right? My question to you would be, how for the fans who, well, let me clear this up. Not everybody has that reaction, right? We know we have some die-hearted fans who love them bike racing, and yeah, them love it and a be a blank them about something. But what I'm saying now is, what about the persons who don't really understand the see bikers going around, but help us, Damier, help fans to understand now, you know, the rivalry and how exciting it is to be racing out there, so they can be more a part of the bikers.
Well, you see the thing with
All right,
the
hold on.
bike, the,
Hold on, Damir. Hold on. Look in the comments and you'll understand what I'm saying. See, Bali just said, because we're afraid to see them fall. I think, don't get me wrong, I think people love to see the racing, but there's that part of them that is also concerned about the safety. Like them saying, yo, them going so fast and, you know, just limited safety gears and yeah, you have on your suit. But I think a part of fans also, they are a bit worried. You know what I mean?
Um, well, from the stands looking out there, yeah, it look it look different, but it's very exciting. I actually see people there. You know, sometimes I come around, I see people there. You know, telling you, yo, catch him back, or you know, you know what I mean. So
All right,
is a
look here
different.
now.
My answer to that is going to be is a different thing. May I see from you
All
know
right, watch this now. See, because
them not
we are
slums.
reason out, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
We are all a reason. And Talman, if you're watching, right, the same reason we are go all. Now, as a spectator looking on the track and seeing several bikes, right? So, for example, 15 bikes on the track, and every or most racer is in a black suit, and pretty much majority of the bikes have a similar color scheme or color code, right? How is it? How is it that persons can differentiate their favorite rider,
You know,
their favorite biker?
Kenjan, you know, several people ask me this question here, and that's why I start to change up color scheme and add some brighter colors and stuff because majority of the guys, the suits are similar. The color of the suits are
Exactly.
similar. Uh,
Not only that, Damier, the sound, somebody is saying that all bikes sound the same. So it's not like nothing to differentiate, you know, who is their favorite rider.
well, to be honest with you, you have some people who have them rider. You know what I mean? Who
Yeah.
who, who gravitate to a rider. You know? Um,
Mm-hmm.
you have people who really come for look for see Tallman. You have people come for see Kyle, the Dread.
Right.
You have people who have
Rooney.
yeah
Yeah,
who
everybody have them favorite.
right. The thing with
Mm-hmm.
the thing with me is that what I learned from Morris. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
learned this from Morris. Morris always tell me, you know, don't only stay in your pits. Come out and walk around, go outside and make people,
Mm-hmm.
see you and you talk to people and thing and
Mm-hmm.
them are go, a lot of people ask you what number bike you ride. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And
Mm-hmm.
them ask you the color. Don't be
Mm-hmm.
afraid to tell them, listen, me ride the grey and black bike with the big number 7 on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
then when the next race start, them I look for the number 7 guy because I you them just meet. Majority of the bike
Mm-hmm.
man them stay in them pits, them not really walk around like that. You know what I mean? Unless you can come
Mm-hmm. They
inside.
don't them not really socialize with the general
Yeah, I
Pinky's Bluff crowd. That's what you're saying.
yeah. Like you see me, I walk
Mm-hmm.
down, me walk if you ever notice me when I'm at the track, I walk down buy food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing my suit so people can actually see, oh, you see that man in a big leather thing. He look like a bike.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I walk
Mm-hmm.
around, I walk outside and talk to people and run joke. I love to run jokes. I love to crack
Mm-hmm.
stupid jokes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, you know.
But I think it's a good thing to do, especially for bikers, because when you guys are on the track, nobody can really get to come close to say, oh, yeah, this person or that person. Even if you have the number on your bike, remember when you're up on Pinky's Bluff, that number on your bike is not so visible,
No, it's
right?
not. It's not.
Right. So my suggestion, um, I think if like bikers have different color helmets,
Well,
I would even say bike. I wouldn't even say buy it because that may be more expensive to go spray over and find a different color scheme for your bike and all of that. But a simple way to connect the fans with the racers is to say, well, here comes Tallman in the orange helmet, and he's chased by, Damier Lee in the whatever helmet, blue helmet, or you know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't know if you noticed the color, the design that I put the last time. I changed the color from the silver and the black, and I started using like a light blue, and then I painted, Richard Hunter. He's a government guy, and him like the color green. So we say, all right, well, put the wheels in a neon color green, and we try to use some bright colors on the wheel. Which next time I switch up the colors, but I like to use bright colors on the wheel, so you see the wheels, you see the bright wheels.
Hold on, stick a quick pin there, Damier. I see Patrick in the comment. Big up Patrick, by the way. Patrick is saying it really sounds like it's me don't understand. Big and serious. The fans know them different. Trust me. All right. I can say this, right? If I am the person or I am one of the person doing, coverage for the event, and I cannot differentiate, then I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but from my point of view, it is a little bit challenging for me personally to keep up with all the bikers, right?
Well, Kenjan,
yeah.
I don't know if you know that commentator Michelle.
Yeah, man, Michelle Layla.
All right. Well, Michelle know everybody, how them look, what them name, what them number. Like when she a commentate,
all right. I forgive that to Michelle,
Yeah.
But look at this now. Somebody's saying it's because you aren't a motorcycle fan. No, what I'm saying to you is
that is probably true.
What I'm saying to you is if I am, whether I am a motor racing or motorcycle fan or not, I want you to follow me carefully. Whenever David Somerville is on the grid or a Doug Gore, right? It's not hard for persons to know.
Just like
right?
when Doug is out there, you notice Doug have something different. He have a whole different color.
Exactly.
The boom thing upon the side is like Doug.
It's not only that. It's not only that, bro. Right. I want the bikers listening. Hold on. I want the bikers listening.
When Tallman Greg out there, everybody knows that Tallman Greg that.
Yeah. But watch this now. You see, most of the persons who are saying that, boy, maybe you not understand Kedron. Maybe you're looking at it from a racer's perspective, right? I don't want any racer to be telling me is not me understand, because we are not racing only for racers. Okay, we are racing for the general public, racing fans. You understand? A person can come to one meet and they leave the meet talking about Kyle Gregg or whoever it is. You understand what I say? Tallman can't hide, because I doubt if there's anybody on the track as tall as Tallman. So Tallman cannot hide. You understand me? These racers need to be more friendly with the media, right? Because I only know of some of you racers because of social media, and that's the truth. On race day, when I come by the pits, it's either all right. You see persons in the comment is saying it's confusing for fans also. So that's why I'm trying to say, peeps, that from a racer's perspective, yes, you know the racers because you're probably a little bit closer to the bikers. But I want people to know that the general fan, the general public, it's not as easy for them to know all the racers, all the bikers, right? So, all right, see? Bali is saying, you see in the comments, Damier?
My vision
Bali is saying,
kind of bad with the small
all right, no
comments.
problem. Let me tell you. Bali is saying different color helmets, right? Somebody else is saying most bikes are black and it's hard to differentiate. That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make, you know, that we would be more interested and more into the whole bike racing thing if persons could identify. You know, Damier, some of the time you out there, you know, and I don't know which bike you are riding, you know.
Yeah, I understand.
You know,
Sometimes,
but anyway, we've been on that point for too long.
yeah.
You know, I'm going to give you a chance to say what you're saying. Yeah, man.
I I think you're right. You know, with something for differentiate people. You know what I mean? Like, you see, when I used to go to the track in Georgia, I used to see guys that have on the same suit. They might put on a white T-shirt over the suit, you know, with all them sponsor name on the back, or then put on a bright color T-shirt. You know what I mean? But when you go to like when you go to some racing school, they show you the apprentices by putting a T-shirt on them, and I
Okay.
think it would be a good thing for change some colors and make be a little bit different, show
Yeah.
to show who you
As
are.
I
Yeah,
said,
you're right with that.
bro, it's just a suggestion. It's just a suggestion, right?
Yeah, yeah,
If some of you bikers still want to just hold where you hold, it's no problem with me, you know. I'm just saying it would be more interesting, I believe, to fans, more exciting if them can just lock in on an identity,
yeah.
right? You know, when Kyle is racing, everybody know Kyle because Michelle would say the Rasta color bike. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
so the identity, people can identify with the Rasta color bike and Kyle.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I would say like Seymour bike is a bright orange bike. You know what I mean? Seymour's bike
Right. You
is
can't
yeah.
miss that.
You can't miss Seymour's
Mm-hmm.
bike. Um,
Mm-hmm.
with my bike also sometimes you get mixed up because there's other bikes there with similar color. Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Talman bike you can't really get mixed up. It have, you know what I mean, it have its
Mm-hmm.
own design, but it's a dark color. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's not a shocking color. It's not a popping color that you can see from a distance. But you know
Right,
who
right.
him have the big Jamaican thing in the back of him suit, so you can't really miss him. And then
Can't miss him.
him looks so
That's a
goofy
good
out there again.
identity.
You know what I mean? And then you have this other youth, Randy. Randy look like you can't miss Randy either. Cause him look like a foreigner. You can't just tell.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, just look like
yeah.
him have a like. You know what I mean? There's people out there that you can look. Mario, you probably notice. People probably notice Mario too. He have some weird color on his bike, like some orange. There's people who can
Mm-hmm.
tell who
All
who's who.
right.